Man, I talked about this monstrous man before. You know, this is the guy I want around kids. No. Something's interesting in this case, though. Pay attention. If you guys know something that happened over here a couple years back, it was pretty crazy. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not FBI because FBI, I mean, what the hell? They wouldn't be intimidated by me. Trust that. Uh, Watch this. He's like, you effed with the wrong one. High profile psychiatrist. This is funny. He going nuts on a psychiatrist. The guy's like, sociopath? Wait, a marriage counselor files bombshell lawsuit against Dr. Dre claiming bizarre fake FBI agent intimidation. I was talking about this car, this SUV. It was so bizarre. I go, it looks just like those cars, but the license, I think there was an actual license plate on it. I think the thing was is that I didn't have my phone with me or anything, and it was so unexpected. And then they just slowly started to drive off, and I'm like, there's no way in hell, because if they want to talk to me, they're going to talk to me, okay? And why the hell would they just be out there in the middle of the day in the open with their jam SUV running behind my car? Okay, like it's this whole other thing. And I was like, I don't know what the hell that's about. And I was thinking of all the other people I've been talking about as well, like the Harvey thing, the Nygaard thing. Oh, yeah, the Nygaard people. Well, the Nygaard people seem to be scared of me. Like, those people legit, because they, like, blocked me and all kinds of weird stuff, okay? So, that's a different thing. So I was like, I don't know. Like, I was scratching my head on this one, because I never seen that before. I caught a couple other people around here, but that thing, no. And I hadn't seen that thing again. Okay, so, but watch, it's actually in this story in a really strange way. And I would have been, no, this thing right here, a prominent Beverly Hills, California psychiatrist and celebrity shrink has filed a harassment lawsuit against Andre Young, better known as Doctor, because he's not really a doctor. Dr. Dre, claiming the rapper lashed out at the marriage counselor and subjected him to a barrage of threats, even an intimidating visit at home from fake feds. Dr. Charles Sophie, the former Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services medical director and well-known TV commentator, filed $10 million suit Wednesday in LA. The lawsuit alleges that Sophie started in 2018 and ending in 2021, worked as a mediator and marriage counselor for the rapper and his ex-wife Nicole Young, while the two were heading for divorce. Some 14 months after a divorce settlement, however, Sophie alleges he began receiving what he called threatening texts from Young that he was going to have to pay for that and that he effed up with the wrong one. According to Rolling Stone, Sophie accused Young of threatening to go after his medical license for claiming ethical breaches. An attorney for Young reportedly said that Sophie's suit amounts to desperate retaliation because the rapper complained to a state medical board about the psychiatrist, encouraging one of the Young's children to take sides against Mr. Young amid the divorce, even encouraging his son to go to the press with false allegations in order to force a financial settlement that he recommended. If he was my dad, I would have major issues with him, and that's just probably on this kid's own. And maybe he was like trying to let him know that don't be intimidated by your punk ass dad. Just because he's famous, has a lot of money, he wants to be a bully. It was probably something like that. I have no idea, but I would not want Dr. Dre as my dad. I wouldn't want him as a boss. I wouldn't want him as a landlord. I wouldn't want him as anything, okay? I don't care how good he does his art. That he's been beating up women and going. See, but right here's a good example. If they go after women, they go after men. And okay, so I would say like a legitimate thing that you could do is go and file at the medical board because oh boy, have we reported on these guys. But the conduct wasn't anything like this. This is like a different thing. But I was like, if he legitimately thought that, then why doesn't he file a suit? Okay, so Dr. Dre has a tank of money, you guys. So if he legitimately thought that, then he goes to the medical board. But he has money to file lawsuits on these people. So if he could prove that, he could have went after him. Why is he sending? a fake fence to his house, you guys. Sophie sued, on the other hand, reportedly said it is baseless, far-fetched, and untrue that he acted improperly in the course of the mediation. Rather, the plaintiff said it is Young who is in the wrong. I know, and it's almost like he's proving that dad's is psychotic and the son's just, maybe the son lives in fear. I mean, the son could totally legitimately live in fear. I mean, I just this thing right here, claiming that he now lives in constant fear. Yeah, and wears a bulletproof vest anytime he steps foot outside. Because he's a gangbanger. They're all a bunch of gangbangers up in here. I still haven't even gone on like this, even though there's always that possibility with this type of stuff. But, you know, if people are going to do something crazy, they're going to do something crazy. I just, I don't know. I still have not gone on like that. But it would be kind of funny. I was like running around this big ass, like, bulletproof vest. I was like, the pedos are after me. Wait, Sophie reportedly alleged that after he received threatening texts from Young, fake FBI agents showed up looking to speak with him at his home. I gotta see this. Do you have like a door cam? I gotta see what they look like, because that thing is something else. Like when I saw the SUV out here, like I'm putting the information out because LAPD actually covered up all the contact right here. And so I was like, no, there was actually two vehicles. There was a black SUV that looked literally like an FBI car. But when you go see these guys, the groups of these dudes, they actually have a very similar SUV type of car. And I was like, oh man, that's a hard one. I go, but I don't think it was FBI. I just don't, because why wouldn't they come and harass me? I mean, why wouldn't they go, hey, like I'm right there, why they're just perching at my car? So I was like, who would do that? People like these guys. But I was like, oh, take your pick. Who could it be? So then, no, but I didn't see anybody get out of it. Nobody got out of it. Their windows were heavily tinted. Like, it was almost like they bought the SUV. It was like a new one. And then they did a few little additionals to it to make it look extra special. And then, like, it was all tinted. And then I'm usually good at looking for the license plate. So I'm trying to think if it was like there was a license plate or it was like a paper, like a something. I don't remember. But I wasn't able to obtain the license. Even though they were going really slow up and to the side. Maybe it was because maybe because of the angle that I was walking up at. It was weird. I don't know. But I wasn't able to get it, you guys. But I'm just telling you that did happen. And no, I did not see anybody come out. And I want to see what those people look like. Because this guy probably does have, like, video footage. I'm totally curious. Like, what did they look like? Sophie's attorney, Christopher Frost, told Billboard that Young decided to take his frustration about the mediation out on Dr. Sophie. Those frustrations, the lawyer reportedly said, manifested themselves in the form of a nearly year-long sustained campaign of late-night texts, threats, and intimidation and violence and homophobic rhetoric. Oh, I know, but aren't all those guys over there, they all spew that stuff, like, isn't that all how they became famous and stuff, just being a total punk ass? I was like, it's almost like you would expect it from these guys. Not that we should expect it, but I mean, these are the people that I'm like, oh yeah, and yeah, the conduct doesn't surprise me none. Oh, I'll get mad at these guys. If I legitimately thought this dude did stuff like that, I wouldn't make threats though. I would be talking about him in public, and I would be going after the medical board. I don't go to them. I don't know. I don't go to them. And I don't make personal threats, and nor would I pretend to be a government anything. Because holy smokes, you could get arrested for that. But it's not, it doesn't sound like it's him pretending it. Like he gets some, like, we'll do anything for you, boss. We'll do anything for you, boss. Oh, what do you want us to do? And then they come and they're goons. They had some goons come up in here, too. Not for me, but I was like, I don't know who the hell be going on like this. Nobody's going to tell me to do some stuff like that and go down for them. Yeah, so apparently he got some goons, I was like, yeah, these people are idiots. For Dr. Dre? Would you go to prison for Dr. Dre? Not I. Not for anyone. Like, not from anyone. You guys are a bunch of morons. Anyway, so, yes, but that's messed up. So, yeah, apparently that's going on. You know, you want to know who these guys are because you could find out, because we did find this out in a couple of cases, that they are legitimate, like, feds and, like, legitimate cops, and then they are being corrupt. Like, it's not like a legitimate bust or anything. So it happened in our workplace as well. So they had these Fed guys, and I wasn't there. There was a story that was written about it, because there's tons of the places, right, the club places, but they're all the same job. But it was at a different location, different owner probably. And apparently they came in, and while they were working, said that they were immigration and that all the girls need to give them money, and then intimidated them like that. Otherwise, they were going to send them back to their country or something like that, right? And they were legitimate, like, agents, like, but they were being corrupt. And then I just pulled out a new case with the one where it was a cop, sheriff guy, and two military guys from different countries. And then they did a plot on this other person to take, like, I don't know, they grifted out of him millions of dollars, right? But they're legitimate people. It's just that they're corrupt. They're organized crime. So that's what I'm saying. I go, you know what? You should bring this forward because we're having these issues, and we need to identify all these men that are actually still in LAPD and the sheriff's department and all these things. And no, there's a good chance that they could actually be. So FBI may have a bunch of corrupt people up in here. There could be a whole bunch of things going on, you guys. So that's why I'm questioning this stuff as well, because that is happening. And maybe they are not fake. Dr. Dre has a lot of pull. And when I was reading some stories, it sounded like he was able to kind of pay his way kid thing going on over there because he put some money into a school. It sounded a little fishy. But yeah, can you tell that he probably could push his way into whatever he wants and do the same thing like Diddy does? He is being called out, actually, for some other stuff. So I was like, we already know his background from the early thing. And in my story, the only people that were related from the early incident was the Dr. Dre, Suge Knight thing, but I don't know if they're directly involved in that little situation. We just know they were down the street, I guess, allegedly. But the two guys that I was giving a description of fit a description of these two rappers that actually were in their video like a couple months later into 93. So I was like, I don't know. It's a possibility. So I was like, yeah, that thing right there, I don't know. But but I never met, like, I didn't meet, I don't think so. I was like, I don't think I met these people. The interesting thing is that I wouldn't even know. And since it's been so much time, I would have difficulty putting that together anyway, like the facial thing from that time, because the last time I seen those people was in 92. And so you're asking me to look at them now and go, oh, to put it together. It's actually really difficult, even though people think that they can. No, it's kind of weird. I just remember details, like the details and general, descriptions of people. So,